it's a crazy chapter in the world of One Piece this week. Oh man! Before again, we got Brook on the cover page. We also got One Piece on the cover of Weekly Shonen Jump once again, promoting that. We saw Zoro and you see Sanji's dressed up as Deku from My Hero Academia, all sporting in it. But this chapter brings up a lot of questions, but very few answers. Okay, so for the most part, we find out what Chopper and more importantly Carrot's plan was against Brule. And to be honest, I have to give him credit. It was a genius plan. I did not see that one coming. A lot of people said they were disappointed in Carrot getting caught, and now we know why that makes sense, because apparently Brule turned the wrong Carrot, at least in this case the imposter, into a frog. So obviously she got fooled into thinking that she can't see the real Carrot is hiding in the attic waiting. And I think she's also thrown a ventriloquist act, so she would think that Chopper was screaming. So that actually makes sense now, because Carrot is way too fearless from the Mink tribe. And what can I say? Even though Chopper went into, I think it was called Brain Point, but it still looks like Monster Point to me. So I don't know. But Carrot was damn impressive in this chapter. Damn. First, she knocks over the cooking stew that she was, I guess the frog was about to be cut to life. She says that the fake, and then she kicks the pot over Brule, burning her literally. Well, obviously, that didn't take her out, which is good because. And then Brule used that cooking stew as a way of conducting the electrical attack that she used to electrocute Randolph and everybody else. Even the crocodile was taken out by Chopper, who launched the crocodile into Brule that knocked her out. So she's done. And Chopper, but before we get confirmation of that, Chopper and Carrot are going to head out the mirror world and head into the mirror inside of our Whole Cake Chateau. So we kind of knew that already. Then we cut to the Vince Smoke family, and I'm sorry, this is like what the fuck. A lot of people are predicting, including myself, that Vince Smokes would do something. It seems like when this marriage is over with, they're going to use Pudding as a hostage. That's what they said, and Ichigo says Sanji could be used in the same way. I think by the way, Reiju's not here, and by the end of the chapter, we don't know what happened to her, but we do see her by the end of the chapter. So I don't know what the fuck's going on here, but yeah, the Vince Spencer cooking up something literally. And speaking of cooking, Sanji in his room cooking. You see Bobbins trying to inform him that Pudding is under the weather. So I don't know if she's trying to commit suicide by poisoning herself, because otherwise she won't be alive. So if she's feeling under the weather, that's going to be a problem for Big Mom and the marriage, and the marriage will be off. So I initially thought she was going to find a way to get the hold of Brule's key. I'll save my prediction for the end of the chapter, because I kind of have a feeling what is going to happen with this. Anyway, and then we cut to Brook. We see that Pedro is taking care of business, but he's confronted by Baron Tamago. And we do get to find out a lot more about that, and a lot of questions surrounding that as well, but very few answers. Brook, however, was putting in the work. He took care of all the cannon fodder in Big Mom's army, but I thought for a minute that Brook actually took care of Smoothie, but that's a stretch. And Brook got the key. More importantly, Brook got the keys to the poneglyph, and he's the only one that can get there. However, who would have expected? Well, I guess Big Mom really cares about the National Treasure Box, but because Big Mom herself has stepped into the picture, and it doesn't look good for Brook. And before we cut, we find out what's going to happen. We cut away to Tamago and Pedro, and apparently they got a lot of history, 5 years of it. And we also kind of find out that Pedro got fucked up by Big Mom, and he lost about 50 years of his lifespan. So that begs the question as well: what the hell happened to Jinbei as well? Because a lot of people said that his lifespan may have been shortened, which may be the logical outcome, but we don't know yet. We don't know. But that being said, this was a back and forth chapter throughout most. In fact, we didn't actually get to see Luffy and Nami. The only thing we've got mentioned, Barbie's mentioned to Sanji that Luffy and Nami have been held captive, and I still think somebody else does show up now because Chopper may do it, but somebody else may have to step up to take down Mont d'Or because Brook is in deep shit now because it would Big Mom's soul abilities work on Brook, who can manipulate souls. We saw that. His new soul ability, so Brook's really gonna have to step up his game, or Brook's gonna be the first casualty. So, and that's not gonna sit well with Luffy at all. But yeah, and then and finally at the end, the biggest what the fuck moment of the chapter is Reiju is down, bloody as shit, her legs bleeding, and she's crawling. She's still alive, but she's crawling. So the question is, what did she try and do? I happen to get the feeling that she tried to get the key to Sanji from Big Mom, and she got fucked up because of it. That's how I'm thinking. I don't know if one of the Vince Men fucked her up, or if it was Judge, or if it was somebody else from Big Mom side of things. It could be Big Mom herself, because who else could have fucked Reiju? Reiju, alongside Ichi, is one of the strongest Vince Men. For her to get fucked up like that is like, what? Wow. So that has to be Big Mom related, or somebody else totally did that. So, but that being said, Reiju may have been trying to get the key because if Pudding's trying to commit suicide now or trying to kill herself because she's under the weather, so she may end up dying the same way her mum, Sanji's mum, ended up dying, and that's by eating something that Sanji could. So that could be something too, and that would mean the Big Mom's going to go ape shit, and that would also mean the Vince Smoke's plan of getting put in as a hostage would backfire big time, and that could cause a huge conflict. But let me know what you guys think. A very informative chapter, but very few answers, and a lot of suspense now. Raise the questions: what happened to Brook? What the fuck happened to Reiju? Are Brook and Chopper and Carrot now are pretty much Luffy's only help in getting out of Mont d'Or's block prison. So yeah, but we're going to see pretty soon. Like we said, like it was told, the pace of the Whole Cake Island is going to be picked up a notch because we're heading into Wano next year. So we already got a couple more chapters of the year of Sanji left. So it's going to have a hell of a climactic ending, I can tell you that. But that's it from me. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like this video if you appreciate it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. For more One Piece. Catch you guys later. Bye.